Hello. I probably shouldn't ever make promises ever anymore because last video I did say that another video was in the works. I completely lied. I haven't begin I haven't begun editing it yet. But anyway, I've already recorded two other videos. This is kind of the third of that trilogy. So they're coming before that. Anyway, here is a tier list. A cool Another cool tier list video. I've got every single episode of modern Doctor Who here. Um, I'm deciding not to do the classic Who episodes just because there's a lot of them. I think it's like 900, something insane like that. Um, I have like seen them all, but I feel like a lot of them kind of blend into each other. With the first to third Doctor, I feel like them eras are neatly like organized, but four onwards, they get very silly, very whimsical, very unorganized. I would like to do another video where I rate all the Doctors again, but that's probably not until a few more months. Um, anyway, let's start with this very cramped tier list. Start off with Rose. Rose is very good. I love Rose. I think it's a fantastic introduction to like a brand new era. It got like a lot like more modern fans, I think, because I love this introduction because you can go into the show without knowing anything beforehand and still really like it. It's a perfect introduction to the show. End of the World. End of the World. Very good. Again, I don't think they're quite as perfect as if I'm not, being nostalgia blinded, I think this is the perfect tier for them, which is A. Um, but I grew up with these episodes and they mean a lot to me. Well, along with all series one, but I'll try my best not to be nostalgia blinded here. Got the Unquite Dead, which I why which I unironically think is really good. Not as good as the first two, but I'm a defender of the episode. I think it's very good. Has it moved on you guys' screen? It has on mine. I accidentally moved my mouse and now it's created um this little box up the side. Anyway, I'm just gonna carry on like this. Um, Aliens of London and World War Three, a fantastic, um, fantastic like sequel episode. Fantastic. Um, is there a word for a sequel? Like, like you do with anyway. I'm yapping. Yeah. Um, I think the sequel's a tiny bit better though. Dalek, the first masterpiece of the revival era of Doctor Who. I think this episode is just so perfect in every single way possible. Although my one complaint is how it's called Dalek. I wish it was called something different because the reveal that the Daleks there is one final Dalek left is so powerful, but it's ruined how at the end of World War Three, the stupid next time segment. I hate the next time segments. It just spoils the episode and how the episode is literally called Dalek itself. I think ruins it a bit. The long game, not very good. Not very good. Yeah, the only episode from the series what I consider quite bad. Um, but then we have Father's Day, another another absolute masterpiece, incredible, perfect episode. Yeah, honestly, Dalek and Father's Day is some of my favorite episodes of television ever. The Empty Child, again, incredible. I don't know which one I prefer though. We've got The Empty Child and the Doctor Dances. One of them I think deserves to be S, but I don't know which one. I'm gonna go with The Empty Child, I think. As perfect. Boomtown is also very close to being perfect. I love Boomtown. Bad Wolf, another very close to being perfect. Parting. Oh, I don't know if Parting of Ways deserves to be masterpiece or not. I'm just gonna put it in awesome sauce, and maybe I'll change it later. But my god, it's powerful. Very, very strong. Christmas Invasion. This must have been David Tennant's easiest acting role ever. I don't know, maybe Epic Sauce. I do really like the Sith Wax Lord. I just think, I don't know, it feels a bit of a rushed episode. New Earth, very a decent start to the new series. Tooth and Claw not as strong as not too strong as an opener, but it's good. It's fine, I suppose. Actually, no, I'm gonna move it down. I didn't really care for Tooth and Claw, but School Reunion on the other hand, masterpiece, perfect, absolutely perfect. What I don't understand about this episode is that it kind of started, oh my god, I'm literally turning into Paul McCartney. I'm gonna try and not say it kind of started Sarah Jane's Adventures, which I love, which is another show I loved growing up, which was a spin-off of Doctor Who. Um, they made like a figure series, like a figurine series, alongside the Doctor Who figurine series. But it makes me really, it's a bit odd because they've never made a classic Sarah Jane figure before. All of like the classic Sarah Jane figures you can see online are all fakes. They've never made a classic Sarah Jane, which is really weird. Anyway, yeah, perfect episode. I love it. Girl in the Fireplace, another. It's a 10 out of 10 episode, but I want to keep the S tier for 11 out of 10s. Yeah, all these are easy 10 out of 10s. Like Girl in the Fireplace, incredible. I love the Clockwork Dolls so much. Rise of the Cybermen and Age of Steel, both incredible two-parters, but I don't know which one I prefer. I think Rise of the Cybermen might be an 11 out of 10, to be honest. I think so, yeah. Oh, but Age of Steel is so good! No, wait, no, I'm thinking of a wrong episode, yeah. Age of Steel isn't as good as the first one, I don't think. Although it does have Val from Friday Night Dinner in it, which is a plus. It is a lantern. Maybe the first not okay in the entire show. Impossible Planet. I'm sorry, I don't. Yeah, I don't really care for this two-parter. It's good, but oh, that's what it's from. Okay, yeah, I went to an arcade, like a shopping arcade, and it had a bunch of vintage stuff in it, but there was a section for like old Doctor Who figures. There was one of this little diva, and I didn't know what it. I didn't know what it was from. It was apparently Love and Monsters. I am a big defender of this episode. I actually really, really like this episode. It's such a cozy episode because not fuck all happens. Nothing happens in the episode, and that's what I love about it. Fear, on the other hand, is bad for a bad reason and not bad for a good reason. I'm gonna say not okay. Um, Army of Ghosts and Doomsday, oh, crushing. Doomsday is 11 out of 10. Army of Ghosts is 10 out of 10. But yeah, it's incredible. I think Army of Ghosts is the one with the Daleks. I don't know if Daleks are in Doomsday either. I'm not sure. They're kind of just one episode anyway. But I think the second part is just a wee bit stronger. Runaway Bride. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna put it in 11 out of 10. I adore this episode. Swift and Jones, 10 out of 10. Or 9 out of 10. Oh, I love what you're doing so much. I love how cozy the episode is. It's all one setting. It's all one location, which I love about it. Um, yeah, probably gonna change this list throughout. But, uh, I hate this episode. Maybe series 7 and 9 coded. It's called that because series 7 and 9 are my least favorite series of New Who. Yeah, I think it's series 7 and 9 coded because it's just written so poorly. Gridlock, I'm a bit of a defender. Okay, I think it's okay. Daleks in Manhattan and Revolution of the is it Evolution or Revolution? Oh my god. Sorry, I need to pause this video. There is a stink bug. A green shield bug climbing up my window right now. What a guy. Yeah, wasn't it Andrew Garfield's like first like acting role as well? A bit of a weird choice. A bit of a weird episode to start your career in, but I think they're fine episodes. Um uh, 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 Oh yes, yes. Okay, like generally, I think this is the only two-parter in the history of Doctor Who, which is both as much as a masterpiece as the first or second part. They're both equally as incredible. Blink again, masterpiece, incredible. I love Blink. Um, Growing up, I think they did overuse the angels a little bit, but I've been rewatching a few episodes of rewatching like the bit of Series 7 and Series 6 and Series 5 and I don't think they overused the Angels a little bit. I don't think they only had 3 episodes. Um Obviously I'm not counting anything after where is it? But Twice Upon a Time. Um I'm just gonna ignore the others. But yeah, they only had 3 episodes, and I think 2 of them were really, really good. Blink is obviously a perfect episode. Then the two-parter in the caves in series 5, that's also really, really good. Not as strong as Blink, but I love the return of the Weeping Angels there. It's just the Angels Take Manhattan which really lets it down. Utopia. Oh, this is hard because I think all of these are really excellent in their own way. I'm gonna put them all in awesome sauce. Like all 10 out of 10s. Wait, if that's 10 out of 10, that's 9, that's 8, that's 7, that's 6, that's 5, that's yeah, okay, that's valid, I think. Voyage of the Damned. I loved this episode growing up, but not blinded. I think it's just epic sauce. Partners in Crime, another episode I'm incredibly nostalgia blinded for. Because it's 11 out of 10 in my mind, but if I'm thinking critically, I think it's just a 10 out of 10. That's such a retarded sentence. Um, yeah, I love the Adipose. I love the Return of Donna. I love Martha as well. Martha's such an underrated assistant. I adore Martha as an assistant. I love how like she got stressed and overwhelmed by the adventures and just kind of wanted to leave. She didn't die in any way, which I think is just grand for Doctor Who. Um, and even shows in series 4 that she comes back for um new adventures. She still seeks out for adventures, just no longer with the Doctor, which I find is quite sweet. Fires on Pompeii. Is it 11 or is it 10? I'm just gonna put it in 10. It's such a perfect episode, but yeah, there's a lot of very very perfect episodes on series 4. Okay, this is a bad example. I'm sorry. I do really like the Ood's design, but I feel like every single Ood episode is just not for me. Um, the Sontaran um two-parter. I think this is the return of the Sontarans. I don't think they've been in any other episodes. A very decent start. Very decent introduction to the Sontarans. Very good redesign from the classic era where they just kind of looked like potatoes. Even though in Series 7 and Series 8 they kind of went back to looking like potatoes. I do like this design for the Sontarans. Actually, I'm going to move them down a little bit. Yeah, they're good. They're good. They're just not quite 10 out of 10. The Doctor's daughter grew on me. Although, no. And no, I don't really care for this episode. I liked it. I just didn't. It was fine. It's a bit weird. I can't get it out of my head how they're kind of married in real life. So he's kind of David Tennant. He's kind of married to his daughter. Um, in Doctor Who lore, which is quite awkward. Unicorn and Wasp, very cozy, nice episode. Oh no, I need to think critically. I need to think boring and critically. Okay, I'm gonna just put this in. Okay, Silence of the Library. Oh, actually, no. I lied with the Family of Blood. Forest and the Dead and Silence of the Library. Oh, just such perfect two-parters. Although I hate River Song. I can't lie. I just really dislike River Song. You know, she. I kind of wish she just left after this series. I wish every time I saw it in series 6, 7, and 8, and 9, I just wanted her to fuck off so badly. I've kind of complained quite a bit about, not quite a bit, not enough at least, in a previous video. But I'm not a fan of how Moffat really writes women. River Song is, I think, is quite poorly written. Midnight, it can't go anywhere else really. Midnight is just so perfect. Turn left. This this destroys me every time I watch it. Oh, it's such a crushing episode. Bernard Cribbins is like such a highlight of the episode, along with Donna, obviously. But their chemistry is so strong. Oh god, some line deliveries Bernard Cribbins has in this episode just makes me tear up. It's so strong. It's amazing. One of my favorite episodes of television of all time. It's so beautiful. That it makes me like tear up every time just thinking about the episode. It's so beautiful. Well, not really beautiful. It's horrifically beautiful. The Stolen Earth and Journey's End, incredibly strong finale. I think they're both as strong as each other, but I'm not sure they're quite 11 out of 10. The next Doctor, well, I don't really care for it. It's got an ugly Cyberman design, and Cybermen are my favourite enemy of all media. Maybe tied with like Feathers McGraw and maybe Gojira, but the Cybermen are so cool, and when they have a bad design, it kind of lowers my thoughts on the episode if it has a bad design. Planet of the Dead, though, this has I think this is written by Stephen Moffat. It's a very Moffat-y episode because nothing really happens. Um, I'm struggling to think what actually happens in this episode. They get stranded in a desert, and then there's these bat fellas, what kind of look like the sleep deprived bats from Minecraft. It's the first acting role of an actor. I forgot his name. I can't remember what he went on to do, but I know it's like an introduction to. It was like the first acting role of one of the cast members. I thought it was okay. Didn't really care. I'm gonna move it down. I didn't really care for it. Waters of Mars. I also didn't really care for it. It was a really weird time for Doctor Who. It still had the right amount of charm to the episodes, but if I'm thinking critically and boringly, I just feel like they're kind of dragging the show on a little bit because this is after Journey's End. These are not like this is not series 4 anymore. These are like the specials just before series 5. But yeah, I felt like they were just kind of dragging the show on a bit. End of Time, beautiful, beautiful episodes. I don't know if I don't know which is stronger. Yeah, okay. The End of Time is a lot stronger. The first part, part two, or other than like the final scene, I think it drags on a little bit. The pacing kind of reminds me of Return of the King, Lord of the Rings, in part two. Kind of, it's kind of a slow burner, really. I'm not a big fan of how. No, I'm actually going to move this down. Yeah, it's just got that final scene, which is so insanely powerful. He breaks his own rules of the TARDIS in the finale as well. Actually, is it breaking rules? I don't know. I'm not that big of a nerd, but he does go to visit Rose. It's so beautiful. It's so, it's incredible, beautiful. But yeah, the rest of the episode, it's just kind of slow. The 11th hour, when I'm not being nostalgia blinded, this would be 11 out of 10, but I think this. No, I'm actually going to move this down. I'm just going to move it down to okay. Should I? It's really not as strong as the first one. In fact, I'm going to move. No, no, this has just way too many beautiful scenes to not be 11 out of 10. But yeah, part 2 is so slow. And when I'm getting, I have no idea why I did do 11th hour over there. Yeah, I would say it's better than the End of Time part 2. Oh wait, there's a T in between. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here. Um, wait, it was there before. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it there. The 11th hour is stronger. It's a perfect introduction to the 11th Doctor. Nothing, nothing really happens. This this snake fella, Prisoner Zero, he did this big eyeball guy. He wants to get him back to the space prison, and then, and then the 11th Doctor kind of just gets naked, puts on a bow tie, and says, "Yeah, can you fuck off, please?" And the big eyeball fella, he kind of fucks off. But it's such a cozy episode. It's a comfort episode for me, and it's so nostalgic. This episode, I remember when it aired. I watched it when it got aired. This was my introduction to Doctor Who, so that's why it's so important to me. I watched it the day it got aired, and my God, it's so powerful. It's so strong in my eyes. But when I'm thinking critically, I don't think it's that strong because not really much happens. Beast Below, I think I think it's slightly stronger than the 11th hour, but I like I do like the 11th hour more personally. Then we've got Victory of the Daleks. This is so sad. This is like maybe an odd choice, but it's my favorite design of Daleks of all time. The World War II Daleks, I think, look fantastic. I would love a little model, a little figurine of the World War II Dalek, but it's so hard to get a hold of because of Doctor Who figures. It's the lore is so deep because they had way too much money. What makes me laugh is the stupid Cassandra death figure. They made a figure of a dead version of Cassandra. I just find it so funny how, like, nobody would ever want that. It's some rusted bars with a bit of dead skin. Like, I can't imagine a child going, oh mummy, can you please get my figurine of my favorite Doctor Who figurine, the rusted bars with some dead skin on. Oh mother, please. Yeah, that's never happened. Yeah, but this is a weak episode. It starts off so strong, but then Moffat, he kind of becomes Moffat and creates a really weak ending. It's okay. I can't put it in didn't really care for because I care so much for this episode, mostly because of the first half. It's so strong. Is it Time of Angels? It's not Time of Angels, but yeah, this is just like a little perfect. I don't know which one's stronger. Okay, I think the second part is stronger. But yeah, amazing. Re, int, Return of the Weeping Angels or the Stone Assassins, whatever they're called. Vampires of Venice. Anyway, Amy's Choice. Insane episode. Incredible. Oh my god, why haven't we had 11 out of 10 Matt Smith yet? That's sad. Yeah, Amy's Choice is perfect. Hungry. It's, it's, I didn't really care for it. There we go! Yes! The first 11 out of 10. Vincent and the Doctor is such a beautiful episode. It's insanely beautiful. I adore it. The Lodger, I like it as much as Vincent and the Doctor, but I don't, it's definitely not as good. The Lodger is such a comfort episode for me. The sequel's terrible though. The sequel, and then I think it's in series 6, series 7, forgot. But the Lodger, the opening hours is terrible. I hate that episode. But the Lodger is such a strong episode for me. Maybe it's just nostalgia talking, but I love that episode so much. The Pandorica opens. Hell yes. Perfect. Big Bang. Which one is better? Okay, yeah, but Pandorica opens is stronger, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pandorica opens. Christmas Carol. It's pretty epic sauce. Yeah, I'd say so. Okay. When the fuck did 11th Doctor have a beard? Anyway, okay, no, I actually quite like this episode. Day of the Moon. Hell yes. Okay, bad writer. Don't like the writer one bit. Not a big fan of the writer, but my god, is this episode amazing. Dodgy writer. Yeah. It's such a shame because I do love a lot of his books. It's such a shame he's kind of a dodgy Dave, a dodgy Davros. That's not a real name. Why can't I think of another name with beginning with D? Rebel Flesh. Let's go Hitler. I'm gonna put this in okay. I did like as a child. For some reason, I loved this episode. I didn't understand any of it. Even now, I'm still kind of grasping what the fuck actually happened in the episode. It's a clever episode. I can't lie. No, it's not. I can't. No, it's clever in a way that the BBC Sherlock show is clever. It thinks it's clever, but I still think it's quite a fun episode. Night Terrors. I do really like Night Terrors. Honestly, okay. This is bad. Okay, I can't do this. I accidentally put it in the lowest tier. I hate it when like YouTube does like the preview thing when you hover over a thumbnail and it just shows you just the wrong moment of a video. If that is the preview, I'm flipped. I don't want people to think I don't like Night Terrors. I love Night Terrors. It's what happened in the flag tier list. If you hover over that thumbnail, you can see me putting the Union Jack in the lowest tier, even though I was just like resizing it. It doesn't put a good it doesn't look good on me. I love the Union flag. Incredible flag. Yeah, Night Terrors are terrifying. I'm gonna put this. No, it's a solid 9 out of 10. I loved it as a child. It was like I had a massive fear of dolls. So I refused to watch this. I put this off for a few years when it came out, and then I watched Child's Play. Kind of fell in love with my own fear So I decided to go back to Night Terrors and loved Night Terrors. I think it would have been way creepier if they didn't have the stupid little theme song and the dumb little voices. I hate how the dolls talk. Other than that, it's a terrifying episode. Spooky, very, very spooky. Girl Who Waited. Oh, incredible. Perfect. No. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's a 10 out of 10, not quite 11. God Complex is also fantastic. I love the God Complex. The closing time. I said opening hours. Literally the complete opposite. I couldn't get the name more wrong. Yeah, this is the sequel to The Lodger, and I think it's not okay. I hate that episode. Technically, this is true. This is the finale of series 6, so it counts and it counts enough to be series 7. It's not good. No, not good. I also quite like this episode. Epic Source, I reckon. Asylum of the Daleks. Okay, I would like you to picture an alternate universe where Asylum of Daleks was not a Dalek episode, but instead a Cyberman episode. That sounds fantastic. Why didn't it? Daleks was such a shit idea. It's okay. Diners of the Spaceship. Honestly, I'm gonna quite defend of this episode. It's shit, yes, but it's fun. It's so silly and it's so fun. It's you can tell by at the end of series 4, they definitely tried to aim more towards the child audience. Same thing what happened in Classic Who. Forgot which specific era. I think it was like maybe coming to the end of the fourth Doctor's era. I realised they should really stop being so mature. Same thing happened to the sixth Doctor's era. Yeah, Doctor Who's had a few eras like this, a few small eras, but still eras. They go back to being a bit more mature when it comes to Day of the Doctor. A Town Called Mercy. I feel like this episode. It's okay, but fuck all happens. Battle 3. I feel like this episode, but fuck all happens. Angels Take Manhattan. It's kind of like Ghostbusters and Avengers Endgame, but shitter. And that means a lot coming from me because I think Endgame is crap. Yeah, this not very good episode. I actually rewatched this yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I rewatched this yesterday, and I thought, my God, this is the same episode I rated 8 out of 10 stars on IMDb. Oh my golly goodness. Yeah, yeah, this may be the lowest. No, definitely not. It's strong in some places, like the final act. The Snowmen, the first banger in a while, I can't lie. I really, no, it's going up. No, it's not quite 10 out of 10, but it's a solid 9 out of 10. I think it's so strong. I love the Snowmen. Bells of St. John. Yeah, it's, ignore how I just moaned right there. I thought I was thinking of a different episode, but yeah, I think it's pretty strong because this is the introduction to like modern Earth Clara, because like Clara kind of like split herself into different people. This is like the first. This is like the canon first Clara, and this is her introduction. Um. Oh yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's okay. Oh, this actually, quite honestly, I might need to make Cold War its own tier because my goodness gracious me, this might be the lowest point Doctor Who has ever been. This is Moffat at his very, very lowest. It's atrocious. And I don't think the Ice Warriors, I don't think they've had an episode since the second Doctor. And the Ice Warriors, the four-parter, I think it's 4 parts, incredible. Like, generally, like, a perfect episode. Well, perfect episodes. But their return is just pathetic. Hyde, a journey to the centre of the TARDIS, Crimson Heart, Nightmare Silver, I do like how Nightmare Silver is bad though, because this too was written by Neil Gaiman along with, what was it? The Doctor's wife, and the Doctor's wife is so strong. I'm glad that he created a shit episode so I can actually talk like badly about his writing. Name of it, I can't remember anything from it. I'm gonna put this in okay. I remember thinking it was just fine. I think this is the episode where the big reveal with Clara, and I thought, oh my god, I said again. I think it was like 2014 or something. The CGI is pretty good from what I remember. Like the way Clara is like photoshopped into or so many like classic episodes. It looks shit, but no, it looks pretty okay. But at the same time, I didn't really care for the reveal. It was kind of obvious what they were doing from the episode The Snowman onwards. Well, from The Snowman, it was very clear who Clara was. She was not. I don't care that they named her the Impossible Girl, or it was very predictable where she was going and how she was being written. I've been recording so long that now my tea is decently cool. So anyway, where am I? Yeah, the Name of the Doctor. I remember it being quite good. And also he has a 9 on IMDb, or an 8 point something on IMDb. Which I despise IMDb. I feel like IMDb critics know flip all about how to write things. The kind of like, if you look at the highest rated episodes and films of your time, a lot of them are quite shit. I can't just use Letterboxd. IMDb is terrible. I literally only used the only time I ever use IMDb is to rate Doctor Who episodes, because it's only the classic episodes are on Letterboxd. Yeah. So a good man goes to war. I forgot what that one was now. No, I don't know. I can change it because I can't remember anything from it. Day of the Doctor. Hell yes. I also rewatched this yesterday, and my goodness, it's incredible. It's so good. Oh my god, I almost fell off my chair then. Yeah, maybe, yeah, but definitely the best anniversary special Doctor Who has ever done. It's also partnered with my favourite Christmas episode they've ever done. They couldn't have done like a more perfect um finale. Really. It's so weird how this is just after like Cold War and Nightmare and Silver. It's so weird how this is from the same series, because Day of the Doctor and the Time of the Doctor, they're so immaculate. The Day of the Doctor, although I love how from the revival series with the Ninth Doctor up to this point, the War Doctor has always been viewed as like Oppenheimer. But then with this episode, they kind of messed with their own canon, kind of going back in time to Gallifrey, which I thought was impossible, but it's an anniversary, so who fucking cares? They kind of go back, and instead of actually destroying their planet and the war, they vanish their planet. So it kind of explains how it came back in that one episode. But yeah, when I rewatched it a few years back, I wasn't too fond of it, but that aspect of the of the anniversary has grew on me. I think it's very, very strong. The Tom Baker, um, what's it called, cameo at the end. My goodness, I was sobbing. Time of the Doctor, it's so perfect. I feel like the only note I can add to it is why the hell was the wooden Cyberman design not used more? That is such a great design for the Cyberman. Deep breath. I love this episode. This is when Doctor Who starts to get good again. Hell yes. Yeah, Into the Dalek. Fantastic episode. I mean, not as good as Deep Breath, but still. Robot of Sherwood. I don't really care for it, but I think it's still quite strong. Listen. Another very strong episode. The Heist. It was okay. The Caretaker. I would say Autumn Swords. Uh, Mommy on the Orient Express. A pretty epic source. Flatline. Honestly perfect. I adore Flatline. It's so insanely good. In the Forest of the Night, people hate this episode. I quite like it. Maybe because I have. It's a weird type of nostalgia because obviously I've been nostalgic for Classic Who, Sarah Jane Adventures, and the 9th, 10th, and early 11th Doctor's era of Doctor Who. In a way because I grew up with them. I'm nostalgic in a way with the 12th Doctor's era because I hated the way Series 7 was going. I threw that autistic interest out the window and just didn't come back to it. It wasn't until Netflix gave me a notification saying that Doctor Who's being removed off Netflix that I kind of hopped back onto it and binge watched the entirety of Series 7, 8, 9, and 10. So it's just that warm, fuzzy, early lockdown nostalgia for the 12th Doctor's era. Especially in the Forest of the Night, it's a weird nostalgia because lockdown nostalgia is so weird. I just remember so many fun memories of just of like the room of my front room being fully decorated, Christmas ornaments, and me just and nothing, outside happening because we're all in lockdown. Me just on my front room couch, binge watching all these episodes and loving every single second of it. It's just a warm fuzzy feeling what I love. But yeah, it's not a very strong episode, but I love it. Dark Water, Dark Water, Death in Heaven. I can't remember which one I like more. I think Dark Water I like more. I'm gonna put Dark Water all the way up here, to be honest. But Death in Heaven is also really strong. No, I'm gonna put it up there. A Magician's Apprentice. I know he's like fucking magic and all that, but like his guitar, he's holding an electric guitar. Where the hell is it's not plugged in? How is it making that noise? As it's pretty epic source. Which is familiar is also. I forgot which one I like more. I think they're two-parters. Could be wrong. On the yeah, now we're on to series 9. We're on series 9. I think the Zygon two-parter wasn't that bad. I'm gonna put them in okay. But then there was Chase the Raven. I'm a defender of this episode. I think it's very strong. Heaven Sent. Wait, what? Oh yeah, Heaven Sent. I don't really know where else to put it. And even Hellbent, I'm a huge defender of, even though people hate Hellbent and Face the Raven. I just think them, like, that three-parter is just such a perfect way to end the series. And an era is like closing off that entire era with Clara and stuff. Then there's the husband of the song, which thank God the song's not in the show anymore. She was not there to ruin series 10, which I love. It was okay. With Return of Doctor Mysterio, I do really like this episode. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a solid 9 out of 10. The pilot, on the other hand, is even it's perfect, I think. Insanely good. I think it's surprising that series 10 was written by Stephen Moffat. I think it was anyway, because the women in it was the women in series 10 are written so well. It's weird, but it's Stephen Moffat. Smile, nostalgia, the lockdown nostalgia. Thin Ice, perfect. Honestly, up here. Oh, I love Thin Ice. Knock Knock. I also love Knock Knock. Oxygen. I didn't really care for it. Extreme. Okay. The Pain of It at the End of the World. Yeah. Valand. I need to rewatch Series 10. I honestly can't remember much from these episodes. The Express of Mars. Okay. The Eaters of Light. Okay. Oh, and then we have the World, Enough, and Time. That doesn't make grammatical sense, but it's still a perfect finale. My God, I love the Mondasian Cyberman design so much. I'm so happy they brought it back for such a chilling episode as well. My goodness, I think World, Enough, and Time is a tiny bit stronger, but I think they're both masterpieces. Final episode. Because I think I've said enough about this weird era of Doctor Who, but I'm just don't really have much more to say about it. Twice Upon a Time, I used to think was perfect, but when rewatching it recently, again, I just don't think Stephen Moffat can write women very well. I don't really like the Doctor Who has always been. No, actually, no, it's not the women what was written badly. It was the misogyny. Because Doctor Who has always been woke and camp. There is no way in hell William Hartnell would ever have them like outdated views on women, even if it was 1963. There is no way I would not like to think William Hartnell was like that. I just don't like the way they betrayed William Hartnell, because obviously William Hartnell passed away in like the 70s, I think. So yeah, he could not do this episode like 40 years after his death. But I just don't really like the way he's portrayed. Although I do really like the actor who portrays him. They look similar enough. Better than whoever the hell portrayed him in like one of the classic Who's anniversary specials. I don't know who that actor was, but he looked nothing like William Hartnell. I'm not a big fan of how the first Doctor was portrayed here. But other than that, I do think it's a perfect episode. Yeah, this is my final thingy. Yeah,